Okay. Okay, nice. So we're gonna work with this first question, and this question is basically just they give you the magnitude of two angles, and you basically have to state what the magnitude of the other angles are, right? So in this question, they're telling you that the magnitude of angle 9 is 80 and the magnitude of angle 5 is 68, right? So that's what the information that they're providing for you in this question states, right? Right there, right? This information and this information, right? So that is what is useful to us. Now, in this case, if I take a look at my diagram, it says that the magnitude of angle 9 is 80. So now that means that this angle over here is going to be 80, right? And then it says that angle 5 over here is going to be 68, right? So if this is the information that is being given to you, where you have angle 9 being 80 degrees and angle 5 being 68 degrees, the first one that they're asking you for is what is the magnitude of angle 12? Angle 12 over here. So angle 12 is right here. What would be the magnitude of angle 12? Anybody?
Like 100 degrees, miss.
100 degrees. Very good. How did you get 100 degrees?
Because it is a little bit more open on a right angle.
Okay, if I were to ask you for a calculation, how would you show that as a calculation that you got it was 100?
Make 180 minus 80, I think.
Very good, Jamar. If we take a look at this diagram that is given to us right here, right? This is a straight line that is cut into two. The magnitude of a straight line is 180 degrees. So when you have a straight line, it measures 180. If I know that part of this straight line over here is 80, then for me to find the other part, I'm going to do 180 minus 80, and that gives me 100. Right? Yes? Next.
How,
How?
miss? How? Yes.
Okay. Over here, I have a straight line. See, this is over here. This is a straight line, right? That is a straight line. This straight line measures 180 degrees, the angle of it, 180 degrees. If I know that this part is 80 over here, for me to find the other part, I'm going to be taking the 180 of everything, subtracting the 80 degrees that is here, and that will give me the 100 for the other side. Yes? Now, yes, is it clear?
Yeah, miss.
Okay. Okay. So now, next one. It says angle 1. Angle 1 is over here. What is the magnitude of angle 1?
Not be 80 again, miss.
80. Very good. This is going to be 80. Because angle 9 and angle 1 are equal to each other. So if angle 9 is 80, angle 1 will also be 80. Angle 4, what is going to be the magnitude of angle 4?
100.
100, miss.
100. Very good, 100. What is going to be the magnitude of angle 3?
100.
Are you sure? If number
80,
4
miss.
is 100, what is going to
80,
be
miss.
number 3?
80, miss.
80. Very good. 80. 80. Angle 7. Over here.
68, miss.
68. Very good. 68. In this case, we are looking at these four, right? If angle 5 is 68, that means that angle 7 will also be 68 if you have vertically opposite angles where number 5 and number 7 are equal to each other. That means that number 8 and number 6 are also equal to each other, right? And the same thing would apply for 13, 14, and 16. If 5 is 68, that means that 13 is going to be 68 and 15 is going to be 68, right? So now what is angle 16? What is the value of angle 16?
112, miss.
112. How did you get 112?
Because like 7 is 68, and 7 and 6 I will subtract because it's a straight line, and a straight line have 180, and then I will subtract by 180 and 66. Give me 112.
Very good. 180 minus 112. Very good. Okay, anybody has any questions? Any questions, guys?
No, miss.
Okay. So let us move on to the other one. Please have your graph sheet out, ruler, pencil. Graph sheet, right? Everybody has your graph sheet. You need to have your Cartesian plane. Everybody has that. Can I begin?
Miss, what's the height?
Go ahead and draw it all the way across your graph sheet. It should reach all the way to 13, positive 13 and negative 13. You draw it as big as your graph sheet. You label your x on your y axis. Everybody has that? Let me know, guys.
Lonely.
Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So now let me open the package so that they have the question. Okay. So this question is number two, right? And number two says graph a quadrilateral KLMN. Four letters with the vertices K is negative 3, 6. So then that is the first one that I'm going to find on my Cartesian plane. All right, you are going to be negative 3, 6, adding a point. Negative 3, and you go all the way to 6, and then you draw your dot, right? And then you label that your first point, which is going to be K. Right? Negative 3, 6. You go and you label the other one. The other point is 0, 6. So I'm going to come and I'm going to find 0 and then go up to 6 right there. And I'm going to label this one as letter L. Letter L. Right? The other point is 3, 3. So 3 and 3. I'm going to draw a point at 3 and 3. And then I'm going to label that point as M. Right? And then the last point that is given to me is -3, -3, -3, and -3 down there. And this point is going to be called N. N. All right? So when you take a look at your graph, it should look like this. KL at the top, M over on this side, and N at the bottom. All right? Should look like that. KLMN. And then you go ahead and you connect the dots. With your ruler, not freehand, connect the dots, and then that is what you should have on your graph sheet. Yes? Okay, Jerome. Let's see when the rest of you will finish.
Finish, miss.
Finish, okay. Okay, so everybody should have that on your graph sheet, right? Now, it says that you need to construct the dilation of this quadrilateral under a scalar factor of 1/3. Scalar factor of 1/3. All right, that is what the question is saying. So now, what do we do with that 1/3? What do you guys remember that we should do? Anybody remembers what do we do with that 1/3?
Miss, add or subtract from the original point?
We do something to the original point, but it's not addition nor subtraction.
Enlargement, miss.
It's not an enlargement. Okay, if I give you 1/3 and I tell you the scalar factor is 1/3, it is a dilation that you're doing. Are you doing an enlargement or are you doing a reduction? 1/3.
A reduction, miss.
A reduction. So you see that image that you see, your new image has to be smaller than that, right? Now, how do I know where I'm going to be drawing that or where the points are going to be or what the points are going to be? I need to do something to the coordinate plane. To the coordinate point, sorry, the -3, 6, the 0, 6, the 3, 3, -3, -3,
Miss, divide it
using
by
the
3
one.
then.
Using the 1/3, it's not addition, it's not subtraction, it's not division.
Multiplication, miss.
Multiplication, very good. So, multiplication, that is what I need to do, right? So, what I am going to be doing now, my first point was K, and K was -3, 6, right? My new point, which is going to be K1, what is -3 times 1/3? Negative 3 times 1/3. Negative 3 times 1/3. Anybody?
Negative one, miss.
Negative 1. Very good.
Negative one.
What is 6 times 1/3?
2.
2. Very good. And I'm going to do the same with L. L is 0, 6. So if I'm looking for L1, what is 0 times 1/3?
0.
0. What
Zero.
is 6 times 1/3?
2.
2. Very good. And I do the same thing with M. M is 3, 3. And if I'm looking for M1, what is 3 times 1/3?
1. 1.
And
One, miss.
what is 3 times 1/3?
1.
One.
1. Very good. N. N is negative 3, negative 3. And I need to find N1. What is negative 3 times 1/3?
Negative 1.
Negative one.
Negative 1. Very good. Negative 3 times 1/3.
Negative 1 again.
Negative 1 again. Very good. Did everybody understand what just happened?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So K1, L1, M1, and N1, those are the points that we are going to be plotting now. All right? So I'm going to take the first one and I'm going to go ahead and find negative 1, 2, and that is right there. Negative 1, 2. You can see that? Negative 1, 2. And I'm going to label this as K1. Right? I'm going to go to the next point. 0, 2. 0, 2. Right there. And I'm going to label this as L1. The other point is 1, 1. So 1, 1 is right there. And I'm going to label this as M1. And the other point is negative 1, negative 1. And I'm going to label it right there, negative 1, negative 1. And I'm going to label this as N1. Now you have the 4 dots. And then you can go ahead and connect the dots. And there you go. And then that is what you should have. Any questions?
No, miss.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's see. Now you can go ahead and take your typing sheet. Typing sheet, guys, and we are going to be doing the question number 3. Question number 3 says construct a quadrilateral PQRS in which PQ is 4.5, QR is 5.2, RS is 5.5, PS is 4 centimeters, and PQR is 120 degrees. Right? So that is the one that we're going to be doing right now. Everybody has your typing sheet, your math set. You need your ruler, your pencil, and your compass. I need your ruler. I need your compass.
Yes, we do that on a different date, right?
Yeah, this is on a typing sheet because you're gonna do a construction right now. Ready?
Ready, miss?
Okay. So the first thing that we're gonna be doing, I cannot share the question on my graphing board right now at the same time. All right. So I'm just gonna be following the question. If you have the document open, you guys can follow as well. The first thing that I'm going to be drawing is a line that measures 4.5 centimeters. So I'm gonna take my ruler and I'm gonna draw a line that starting from 0 that goes all the way to 4.5. See that? 4.5, right? And I'm gonna label this line PQ. We can do P. I am going to label it as PQ, right? A Q and a P. There you go, PQ. Yes?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Okay, then now the question goes on and it gives you measurements QR, it gives you RS, it gives you PS, and it tells you that there is an angle PQR which measures 120 degrees, and that is the one that we're going to be constructing right now. So I want you guys to take your compass set it right at Q, the corner of Q. See that? And I want you guys to draw an arc like that. Do not open and close your compass as yet, right? All you do is just do an arc like that. Everybody has that?
Yes, yes, please.
Then you're gonna take your compass, the same measurement, set it where these two meet, where they intersect, and then you are going to draw another arc over here. Right? Then you're gonna take your compass again and you're gonna set it where where you drew this arc, and you're gonna draw another arc right there. Okay? Everybody has that?
Yes.
Okay. So now, going back to the question, we have already done PQ and we have already done the angle, which is 120. This is 120, right? The first arc that we did was 60 degrees, and then when we did another 60 degrees, this makes an arc of 120. So if I draw a line that passes from this point through this when you measure it with your protractor, it should be exactly 120 degrees, right? So now I'm going to go to the second measurement, and the second measurement says that QR is 5.2. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to take your ruler, you're going to take your compass, and you're going to set it right there at 0, and you are going to measure 5.2. With your compass on your ruler. Measure 5.2.
5.3 miss?
5.2. Right? Once you have that and your compass is open to 5.2, you are going to take your compass and you're going to set it right there at Q, and you are going to be drawing an arc. Right? You can draw an arc. Yes?
Yes, miss.
Then you are going to take your ruler and you're going to set your ruler so that it crosses that point, starts at Q, and crosses this. Right? Right? With your ruler, you guys are going to do it. Has to touch there and then has to continue to go all the way up there. Right? Like that, your line should look like. And then you can go ahead and label this R. And then if you put your protractor right here, when you measure it, it should give you exactly 120 if you guys are using your ruler, right? Everybody has that?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now you're gonna take your ruler, right? And then the question says that PS is equal to 4. PS is equal to 4. So you are going to take your compass. You're going to set it right there on your ruler at 0. And you're going to measure 4. I'm going to measure 4, okay? Once you have measured 4, you're going to go at P. And then you're going to be drawing an arc. Yes?
Yes, miss.
How
Then
about me?
the other one says that RS is 5.5. So you need to take your ruler and you're going to take your compass. You're going to set it at 0 again. And you're going to measure 5.5 now. .5. And then you're going to go at R and you're going to draw an arc that crosses these two. My one barely touch it, but your one should be able to touch it, right? And then you just connect your points. Over there and over there. And this point is going to be S. Yes? Do you guys have a class right now? I just looked at the time.
Yes, Miss Bible.
I'm so sorry about that. Okay, guys, you are free to leave.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Bible.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye.